Hey, Sister Kate here. All right, so today is a beautiful sunny day, as you can see behind me. And my other daughter's going to be down. We're going to be picking blackberries and hopefully processing them. It's going to be like 90, so we've got to keep in mind how hot it's going to be with what we do during the day. And today's video is going to be on Pride and Prejudice. I wanted to take a quick peek this morning as part. Oh! You saw them fall out yourselves. These little fellers got transferred in with one of the hens, and just want to check and make sure they were okay. So they made it through the night. That's a good thing. I'll be right back. So Pride and Prejudice. One thing I've noticed is it's a wonderful book and video by Jane Austen, but that is not the kind of thing. But it is the kind of thing I'm going to talk about. I really think her novel's like a perfect novel in that its characters, its story, and everything are complete. And she does get into the nature of pride and what goes with it, which is prejudice. And pride often comes from people who, for whatever reason, have lots of money, don't have problems in their life. They think they're all that. It comes from people who are very smart, who think, you know, they're smarter than a good part of the populace, and so they're prideful about that. People who are born good looking, obviously I'm not one, who then notice, you know, I'm better looking than all the populace, and they get prideful, and that makes them prejudiced. Suddenly, they don't want to have anything to do with people less rich, less good looking, less whatever than they are. And so they get a prejudice, and they don't socialize with other groups. And I've noticed it also within, you know, all my circles, me included, and then outer and outer, the prejudice that people have against other people. And I'm not talking about wisdom and smart you know, you don't hang out with criminals because criminals are criminal, and especially those kind of criminals who do personal attacks on other people. That's just wisdom. I'm talking about, you're not as wonderful as I am, I don't want anything to do with you. And I think that's the kind of prejudice that Yeshua was on this earth to sort of overcome. That's why he hung out with sinners, the poor, the downcast, to show that to everyone else that your compassion should be for your fellow man as much as it is for yourself. And he specifically points out widows and orphans. He also is talking about believers versus non-believers. He's not talking about going into a Muslim country and trying to help the Muslim poor, because and I'm not saying that whole. I'm talking about one that has, thanks, ISIS or something in it, and going into their midst. That's just foolishness. They're going to kill you. You don't do that. And I don't think he did that either. He doesn't talk about Jesus walking into the middle of a military camp and then trying to do something. He goes to those who are truly wretched, you know, blind people who can't. Yeah, that too. Blind people who can't provide for themselves. Lepers that nobody wants anything to do with. And so, as a child of God, wow, you got a lot to say this morning. As a child of God, you need to have compassion for other children of God, creation of God, because he had compassion for them. All right, hope this helps somebody. Bless you. Shalom.